What's up, folks? This is Coach Marcus Pro Fan Talk, and Washington Mystics defeat the Indiana Fever 89-84 in Indiana. Now, Indiana came out, did not play relatively well in the first period. They lost that first period 26-17. They started out with a 5-0 lead, and then it was an 18-5 run by Washington. Indiana was trying to play catch up. Now, the interesting thing about this game was the starting lineup. You had Katie Lou Samuelson, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, and Caitlin Clark. Now, Lexi Hall started instead of Nalissa Smith. And I thought that was very odd because Washington was starting Dawson, and a couple of times Dawson went down low and ended up on Lexi Hall, and that was a mismatch just from the size aspect of it. Overall, Lexi Hall played 20 minutes. Nalissa Smith played, Nalissa Smith ended up 27 minutes. But I think it was just a mistake with that lineup. I understand that Christie Sides is trying to do different things. But you got to be better than that. You got to know your personnel, and you got to know your matchups. I don't really understand who she thought Lexi Hall was going to match up better with. Maybe she didn't know what the lineup was going to be for the Mystics. I'm not sure. But yeah, they started off hot, and then she became a liability. And when Nalissa Smith finally came in the game, she immediately got to the boards and started scoring and started paying dividends. Nalissa Smith ended up with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. So pretty slim stat sheet by Nalissa Smith, but she did end up with double-digit points. Lexi Hall ended up with 5 points, 2 assists, and 3 steals. So she did some work on the defensive end of it. But it got to the point where Indiana just couldn't make shots, and Washington was making everything. Ariel Atkins went off. 26 points. She shot 10 for 17 from the floor and 1 for 3 from deep. 5 for 6 from the free throw line. She was in her bag today. And for most of the game, Indiana was trying to play catch up with the exception of that first 6-7 minutes of the first period. They had been playing catch up. Washington won the periods 26-17 for the first, 25-20 for the second, 25-18 for the third, and the fourth, Indiana woke up and outscored Washington 29-13. And they had an opportunity to win the game towards the end, and they just couldn't seal the deal. They got it within a 1-possession game, 2 or 3 times, I believe, within the last minute and a half to 2 minutes. But they couldn't get the stop to take the lead, and it all came down to a jump ball. Aaliyah Boston wins the jump and then tips it back, and then Nalissa Smith can't come up with it off the tip. Washington gets the ball. They get another shot, 5-point lead, and that was pretty much the game because I believe it was less than 30 seconds left after that. So they had an opportunity to take this game back and get the dub at home, but they just could not seal the deal. Not a good idea with the lineup changes. They even asked Christie Sides about it in the post-game press conference, and she declined to answer. So clearly she was feeling some kind of way. But, you can give some of the blame on Christie Sides. You also got to give some of the blame on the players on the court. They just did not get it done. And as a team, they had way too many turnovers. 21 turnovers today. They had 8 turnovers in the first, or 9 turnovers in the first period. And you can't play basketball like that and expect to win. So we'll see if they can get it together for the next game. But as of today, they gave one up to Washington at home.